Hello, welcome back to the channel. So we just got some updates today, and we have a new costume, Fractured Marie. Look, it's so awesome. In this video, let's go ahead and do a review of that. But because things have been a little quiet around here, let's take a quick look just for an account update. Soon after we got it, I maxed out the new Fate board, got all 15 missions. I found Quest 6 to be the hardest. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. And then it's gone now, but I was able to completely clear the tower missions as well. Don't miss this, we have a new after party quest here. And of course we have a new variation. And the news that everyone's excited about today mostly is the long-awaited release of ROD Gale, and we now have that sweet, sweet sword we've been waiting for. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look at the banner. So Marie's coming in with mostly a support role, but with an impressive base attack. We've been seeing that lately, that the supporters are coming in with more impressive stats. HP is pretty high, defense is pretty high. The character skill gives us a defense break for 45 seconds, which is really nice because the more I'm playing Subjugation lately, I'm seeing how much like these longer buffs and debuffs are really crucial, because even if you cast them right before knockdown, if they're only 30 seconds, they can wear off, and you get that final character skill at the very end. It's not affected by it, so 45 seconds is a little better to work with. And then reduced skill cooldown when she's using Dark, so she could be a useful Dark Team Subjugation supporter, in addition to the obvious being an Arena supporter, because her first passive here is Timed Agility 20%, which is a generous amount, and then an updated Verve 50% increase of attack stats of Dark weapons for the whole party. So pair her up with your Lavanya to just make them a little bit stronger. Looking good. And then if you get that third passive, then you have a nice timed Valiant Stitch to kind of start off with one stack, so that's useful in Subjugation, just kind of get your stacks going. And of course that's useful in Arena if you manage to get it. Who has any gems left though? I don't, but I will try to get this before the banner's over, mainly for this. So we have a new Arena main hand, Dark, and first thing I thought, the obvious, let's throw it on a celeb Yuzuki so that we have a really awesome, strong Dark turret option. Just like using Nier Yuri with the gun, or Sino Akeha with the sword. None of them bring any like party utility or support, but it's okay to have two supporters and just one stupid strong turret, right? Especially when you're going up against tanks, and tanks are very common right now in Arena. So we have the updated base attack, pretty high for a one-handed sword. The updated, 4-hit and 5-hit. With this one's 55 and this one's 45. The buff is kind of whatever, 7%, 10 seconds. But yeah, those hits are kind of like the updated, what we're seeing on the new Arena main hands. And we have a lot now. Like only recently we didn't have a lot of Arena main hands for one-hand swords. But now we have the New Year Marie sword, the Celeb Hina sword, of course the ROD Gale sword being the best one, and then now this one. And this is just what we would want on the passives, the Void Boon and the Timed Agility 20%. Cool, so very nice, very nice. If you're out of gems, go ahead and skip her, but, everyone's gotta be out of gems unless you're a whale, But I personally will try to get this weapon. I always pull for PvP meta. Okay, and this weapon is very impressive. This thing is just like an EX weapon. We have 100% multiplier on the hits, a 5-hit here, and a 4-hit here. Now, this is one of these new types of skills where it needs to be the correct user. So a spear user needs to use this to get that dark buff, just like the EX weapons have. And then up to 60% dynamic caged vigor. So you have to get all the way down to 1 HP to get that 60%, but you know, position yourself to take that burn skill from the moose, get down to 1 HP and do your damage. So I'd really love to use this on Celeb Sarafa. I did get her A5. This could be really useful for me. The other thing to note is we aren't really lacking on dark main hand DPS weapons. The EX, all of the EX dark weapons are really good already. So I guess you could live without this if you don't have the gems you want to save. You know, there's some other things that could be coming up really soon in the future. Some people are speculating a possible collab. You know, a little too soon for me, but it could be coming. So be patient. Maybe hold off on pulling here until you see what else comes this month. None of us really know. Okay, so Void Boon and then even more dynamic caged vigor. So in the right scenario, get your HP down to 1. This thing is going to shred. The base attack is looking pretty good too. And then this gun, you know, it's a 3-star. Everything's dialed down to 3-star. But look, we got more, you know, caged vigor. This is dynamic as well, meaning the lower it is, the higher it goes. You know, 10 seconds is not great on a defense break, but these Void Boon and Caged Vigor, that's exactly what you're looking for your subs in Dark Team Subjugation. So, you know, if you're lacking, could be a really good sub weapon. You know, newer players, you haven't rounded out your weapon roster yet. This could fill that role for you. Cool, those are my thoughts on the banner. So, community friend Capiter, biggest Marie fan, has every Marie costume A5. And of course, he went ahead and already got Fractured Marie A5. Sent me some video clips of her in Arena. Let's take a look at that. Do a quick analysis and just talk about her a little more. Okay, so with the buffs low there, you can see that Capiter's Lavanya has 9 stacks of agility. Bloody Gale has 8. And then we're up against a Bloodless Demos with 8 stacks of agility with 2 flat agility buffers, Saryu and Gale. So yes, this Demos does act first, but this combination that Capiter has here of Bloody Gale being a flat agility buffer and Fractured Marie being a timed agility buffer with a regular character that doesn't already have the 40%. This is actually a pretty valuable combo. And you see after Demos acts here, Capiter is able to dominate the AA phase. And then here goes some auto attack damage from Marie, and that 100% hit is coming in at 182,000, so that's very nice for an auto attack. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but auto attack chains always end in a 100% hit. So, pretty cool. All right, let's look at one more run. Here, Capiter is up against 3 agility snipers and is able to outpace them. So, pretty cool combo. Of course, with this sub-weapons, Capiter is able to get Lavanya up to 9. I'm assuming the sub-weapons are the Dark Spear that has 20% and the Celeb Akeha sword, which also gives another 20% while also letting you cool down. So yeah, 9 stacks is a lot on a non-agility character. So obviously, you know, the subjugation main hand gives 3 stacks, Marie gives 2, so that's 5, and then 2 and 2 in the subs to get to 9. So pretty cool. That was, let's take a look at this again. So we can see some skill damage from Marie. Okay, so a crit is hitting like 85,000, and this is an A5 Marie. So I'm a little disappointed, but that's pretty good. If it's getting close to 100, that's pretty good. versus a CDR team. Versus a tank team, I would want some more damage. I've been running power CDR teams, and lately I've been used to seeing my skill damage like surpassing 100,000, and that's kind of what's needed to take down those tanks. Everyone seems to be running U-Deal on defense, and you could use Wife, but lately I've been able to just kind of nuke through it. Great, so those are my thoughts on the banner. Those are my thoughts on Fractured Marie. Personally, I will try to pull for that weapon, and I also really want a copy of that spear. Wish me luck, and I wish you luck if you're pulling too, but again, the wise thing here would be to kind of wait it out maybe a few weeks and see what else we get. Make sure that you're not missing out on something else. That is, if you even have gems left. I'm not too bummed about a normal pool banner coming, and you know, it's been the case lately that the normal pool costumes are really tempting. You know, ever since Bloody Griff, they've been great. They've been few and far between, but very good. So again, those are my thoughts. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like what you see here, throw a like on it and all of that. It's so much appreciated. I'll see you in the next one.